Dear visitors, dear guests here in Ljubljana, welcome. Dobro došli. Welcome in our program on Ljubljana TV, which is called Ljubljana for You. And this is a program mainly for you visitors who are spending few of the days in our capital. Today we are inviting you to join us in a visit of the main building in the city, City Hall, and this is the building behind. We are actually situated at the moment on so-called Mestni Trg, TRG, we already said, it's called square or a market, and the main building on the main square in Ljubljana is the City Hall. Outside, this part behind me was built in 18th century, so in the heart of the Baroque period. Today we have some decorations, and these are three flags. First, European flag, this blue one with yellow stars. Then in the middle we have a flag, which is a Slovenian one, white, blue and red. I don't know if you noticed, but these flags makes us a lot of problems here in Slovenia because the color combination is the same as a Russian flag and a Slovakian flag. Well, ours is a bit of exception. Namely, we have coat of arms. These are 3 stars. Then 3 peaks. The highest peak in Slovenia is called Triglav, 3 heads. And there are also some waves. They are symbolizing waters of Slovenia. Rivers, lakes and the coast. And then next to it, white and green flag is Ljubljana flag. Green dragon is situated in the heart of our coat of arms. And as we said, this is the flag of the capital of the city. So why don't we sneak in the building to see how beautiful it is inside. Come, join me. So now we are inside of the building. On your right hand side we have some steps to the first floor, and of course these are for special guests only. Of course, there is also sitting our mayor, Mr. Zoran Jankovic. He's a mayor, he has been a mayor already since 2006. However, after a few steps on your right hand side, you're going to see the bust of the most important mayor, Mr. Ivan Hribar. He was a mayor after earthquake in Ljubljana, and actually he wanted to make our Ljubljana really a prosperous, young Slovenian capital. Next to the entrance, to your right hand side, there are some prizes. Namely, Ljubljana has changed in the last few years quite a lot, and this was also the reasons why we won some prizes. Prizes for the accessibility, prizes of the, let's say, mobility. So once you are in the town hall, I would warmly recommend you also to come closer and have a look at them. Now I would like to invite you to go a bit deeper in so-called open air atrium. So now we are inside, but it's actually open. Above us is a blue sky. Open air atrium, this kind of buildings we used to have in Renaissance period quite often, and this was built in 15th century. That's why you can see some details in an attractive, let's say, graffito technique. On your left hand side to the top there are coat of arms of Ljubljana, a dragon, castle, actually the tower, and 3 hills. Next to it we have coat of arms of Carniola, namely Ljubljana was the capital of Carniola, and the symbol of Carniola is a hawk, yes, Sokol, S-O-K-O-L. And that was all within one empire, and coat of arms of this empire we have a bit further down. This is a double-headed eagle, a symbol of Habsburg's empire. Then on the southern part of this atrium we have the map of Ljubljana. Not today's Ljubljana, but Ljubljana from 17th century, when we had in those times around 5,000 people. Today we have 280,000. If we count all these little towns around the capital, we would say 300,000, but not more. So this map that you can see on the wall is from 17th century. Another interesting part of this area here is the well here on my left hand side, and this well was brought over here. We used to have it here one as well, however this one was brought from another building close here. Then in the corner further down we have one fountain with no water, so to say this is a Narcissus fountain, and it's from the same author as the fountain outside, the fountain of 3 Carniolian rivers, so Francesco Roba. Most probably you notice that today's building is a bit bigger than the one that was built in 15th century. On the right hand side and also on your left hand side we added 2 more buildings, and nowadays we use them for very well organized and quite often organized exhibitions. So you're always welcome here, and there will be always something going on. This part of the town hall is called Where Past Meets Today's Life. So behind me there are some paintings of Ljubljana from the past. The first one over there in the corner is Ljubljana in Roman times, when in fact it was called Emona, E-M-O-N-A, Emona. Then the second one is in the period of Ottoman invasions, which was quite a difficult part for our Ljubljana citizens. And the third one, which is a bit further towards the exit of the town hall, it's called From Medieval Ljubljana, and it's called When People Were Beheaded. So not so many times happened that in front of our town hall, however it happened, and that's what you can see also here on the painting. And why I said when past meets the present, or the future better say, because here we can see some projects that are going to be done in Ljubljana in the near future. On our right hand side we have the area, the presented area, the area around Ljubljana, it's a river, around the bicycle company, ex-bicycle company called ROG, R-O-G, and in the future this is going to be our art center with lots of coffee shops and restaurants along the river, because this is going to be our car-free zone, so it's going to be even more expanded. However, if we want to have a car-free zone, then we need to have also a garage. So further down here on our relief we have an example how Ljubljana is going to look like in our future. At the moment we are here where Watt Tower is. This is our city hall. Next to it most probably you recognize our cathedral, St. Nicholas Cathedral, and then behind the St. Nicholas Cathedral we have our market, and in the future we are planning a nice garage, so all the cars will be nicely packed under the ground. Another interesting painting here in our town hall. And this painting was done 7 years ago when a garage under the Congress Square was built. That was the year of Gustav Mahler. I don't know if you heard, but Gustav Mahler worked in Ljubljana as well. It was in the season 1881-1882. And 2011 was Gustav Mahler's year. And that's why a huge concert, open-air concert, was organized on the square where the garage was built. So what do we have behind? We have over there a stage near the university building where played 1,200 musicians, and there were around 12,000 visitors. So the whole square was full of the musicians and visitors. That was on July 3rd. And believe it or not, the painter Zmago Modric, the author of this painting, had to be very fast because the painting was done during the concert. Another detail that most probably you won't miss in our town hall. Namely, this is the monument of Hercule. Actually, this used to be a fountain, and this fountain was put on the Stari Trg, Old Square. You know, our winters are very harsh, so nowadays over there we have our copy of the Hercule, and the original is really nicely kept here in the City Hall of Ljubljana. So, we hope that you enjoyed our visits to the Town Hall or City Hall of Ljubljana. And now we are inviting you to sneak in our old town. This is the place just behind. That would be all for today. Thank you very much for your attention. We wish you a very pleasant stay in Ljubljana, and be with us also the next time. Na svidenje.